Alright, so this video I want to go over how do I take a BVH file from the mocap lab in Motive and bring that into 3dsMax. How do we then convert that into a BIP file that we can then use on any character that is rigged with biped. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a biped here. Now this biped that we're creating, the size, the figure structure, none of that matters here. We simply just need to get it created inside our scene. Once we have it created, I'm then going to go to my motion tab, and inside my motion tab we're looking for the motion capture section. So inside the motion capture section here, I'm going to go into load motion capture file, and I'm now locating that BVH file. Again, this is the file that you've exported out from Motive. So once I've found that, I'm going to go ahead and hit open. I'm then going to hit OK on this second little window here. And now I have my animation loaded onto this biped. Now at this point, the structure of the biped has changed based on your marker setup inside of Motive or inside of any sort of like motion capture lab. So if you were to load this directly onto a rigged character, it's going to warp everything, right? It's going to stretch all of your bones, which is going to stretch all your geometry because you have it skinned. So we want to take this animation here and we want to save this out as a biped motion file or a BIP file. So I've got my BIP selected here. Off to the right side, again, this is inside our motion tab. I'm clicking on the floppy disk here, which says save file. And I'm now choosing the folder that I'm going to save this BIP file. So I'm just going to save this to my desktop here. I'm just going to overwrite this old walk cycle BIP file. So I'm naming the file walk cycle. My save as type is going to be a BIP. Okay, and I'm simply hitting save. Once I've done that, I've saved that BIP file. I'm now just going to swap on over to a rigged character here. And with my rigged character, again, you can do this with any character rigged with biped, it doesn't matter. That's kind of like the great thing about using the biped and using these BIP files, or different kinds of BIP files, is that you can use them on anything. So they're very great for production work, so you can actually recycle stuff, right? You're not redoing certain animations. So I've got my BIP selected here, and I'm going to go into my motion tab. Inside my motion tab, we're now clicking on the load file button that is directly to the left of the save file button. When I click on load file, I'm now locating that BIP file. Now, when I locate the BIP file just down below here, an option I do not want to turn on is restructure biped to match file. If you turn that on, that's going to warp everything. We want our biped structure to stay the same. So I'm simply going to go ahead and hit open. So once I've hit open here, I'm just going to go ahead and press play, let my character kind of come to rest, start walking forward, and again, now we can see we've got our animation loaded onto our character here.